Hi there, it's Rumbazaving the Legal Bay, welcoming you back to my channel, asking you to like, follow, and subscribe as always to my YouTube page, The Legal Bay Insights, and to also engage with all this content on social media. Like, follow, subscribe, share, and forward. Now, today's episode is rather solemn and very, very concerning. It's shocking. It's also tragic. Now, I'm talking about a very sad incident that came to light in Budiriro 3 in Harare. And this incident starts with two young men making their way to their local shops. As they're walking, one young man, thinking that he's stepping on solid ground, slips into a muddy pool. Now, this is a muddy pool that was left after City of Harare workers were digging up a line sewerage pipe. And so this very big hole filled up with water, with mud, and with sewerage. So it is an area with no light, and this young man unfortunately thought that he was stepping on solid ground and fell into this pool. His counterpart, realizing what had happened, in a state of panic, ran off to get assistance. And in the course of all of this happening, emergency services were called. Emergency services come onto the scene, and one notable diver, nicknamed Captain Rambo, then went to work. He dived into the pool trying to retrieve the young man. But here's where it gets really strange. He did not retrieve him. He instead found the body of a young woman who had gone missing the day before, around about 6 p.m. in the same area. He went back a second time, did not retrieve the young man the second time, but retrieved an older gentleman who had also fallen into this muddy pool and drowned and died. Then it's only the third time that he went in that he retrieved the young man whom had raised, whose falling into the pool had raised the initial alarm. So this means that 3 bodies were found in this muddy pool. Now, this is tragic because 3 lives were lost, and imagine their family members, their loved ones were looking for them. There was no way they could raise alarm. There was no way that they could have known that this is what had happened to them. And as I said in the beginning, this muddy pool looked like solid ground. There was no markings, no cordoning off, no warnings, no light around this area. This older gentleman is yet to be identified, in fact. No one knows when he actually fell in. And of course, this young man who also tragically lost his life. So condolences, messages of sympathy go out to the families. But questions need to be asked. Why was this muddy pool left in an area where people walk around, where children walk around, where children play? Why was there no warning? Why was there no further maintenance to actually clear this area up? Who's responsible ultimately for these lives that have been lost? And the scarier question is, will dredging up this muddy pool actually reveal that more bodies are lying in there? This is a thought that I don't even want to take any further, but it's a possibility. The mayor of Harare, Councillor Jacob Mafume, expressed his shock and sympathies to the families concerned. Spokesperson for the city of Harare, Mr. Stanley Gama, when reached for comment, said that this is an investigation that is currently ongoing, and at present, this is a developing issue. Really, really worrisome, but where does the buck stop? How much longer are we going to endure situations like this? And this is really stark and it's real. People are dying due to negligence. What must happen? Now, I'm very quick to put my legal hat on and say that this is a delictuous claim waiting to happen. And I say that because the city of Harare has a duty of care to the citizens, not only of Harare, but particularly of Budiriro 3. How do you dig up a pit, leave it open, and then do nothing further? Let's not even look at the health issues concerned here, open sewage, and all the other risks that could then follow. It's actually perilous to human life, and people are falling in. This news left me feeling very, very concerned, very worried, and very hurt for the families who have lost their relatives in this way. At the moment, identities of the three are being withheld until next of kin are contacted. But this is a conversation that we need to have. Leave me a comment in the section below. Something needs to be done, and we cannot continue to see headlines like this. Until next time, do like, follow, and subscribe. And remember, if you have a thought on this one, do let me know.